was very proud of his nose, and he always seemed to sit in profile and stand in profile. Like I'm talking to you now, he would go,
"Oh, how I love you."
Like that. And say, look at those nostrils, aren't they wonderful? Extremely proud. I mean, I thought it was awful to have a nose job. I thought that was a disgrace, and he thought it was wonderful Barbra Streisand never had a nose job. Quite right.
Oh, I love that long nose. So phallic, so franco-phallic.
The sculptured head of Kenneth Williams illustrates how we see this pocket genius, a mixture of gargoyle and good fairy.
When you went out to dinner with Kenny, he was very strange. When you went into a restaurant with him, he'd say, I want a table at the back, the far end of the room. I don't want anybody to see me. I don't want to be driven mad with autographs, you see. And you'd go to this restaurant and go right to the end, and he'd sit with his back towards the whole room. And then you'd chat and you'd talk very, very quietly. And then about 45 minutes into the dinner, you knew he got bored and he wanted to be recognised, and suddenly that voice got louder and louder, and then you'd get the, "Oh, ducky, so I said to the vicar," and that's it. And then suddenly everybody would turn around and go, "Oh, that's Kenny Williams, Kenny Williams." He was strange. He wanted to be recognised, but he couldn't be bothered in signing autographs and things like that. When I was on holiday with him, and, you know, this very sweet man came over and said, "Oh, you know, Mr. Williams, Miss Windsor, I'm a great fan of the Carry-On, so please, may I have your autograph?" And he was so rude to him, you know, like, and said, "Now I'm on my holiday."
Me, cruel man. Why, I'm known as Cromwell the Considerate.
Considerate? You? What about all those poor martyrs you had burned at the stake last week?
What about them?
You call that being considerate?
Why, of course. Didn't I go around every one of them personally and say, "How'd you like your steak?"
A man of mercurial temperaments, he could be terribly angry and quite bitter at times, and other times he was warm and charming and soft and quite strange, really. But that's what genius is. It makes you like that.
For something I've wanted to do for a long time. There's a song which I found, which is written in, I mean, apparently, you know, it's all words that are in English, whether it's a liaison, commissionaire, they're all words that are English, but it's put together as a real French song. And the whole thing came to fruition for me when Gordon Jackson, great, I always say great.
So, what was Williams? A great comic actor, a good friend to those he liked, an acid drop to those he disliked. He loved his work, whatever it was. He loved his mother, but above all, he was a giver of delight to us all.
D'amour, a song of love. He loves her, and she loves him, but they cannot be married because they are too closely related. They are husband and wife. It's called crêpe Suzette, which is in English is a flaming hot dish, and so is Suzette. En les soirs qui mal y pense, faites-vous jeu, reconnaissance. Amère Smith, palais des danses, badinage, ma crêpe Suzette, du blond tendre, restaurante, Jacques Cousteau, Yves Saint-Laurent, où est la plume dématante? C'est la vie, ma crêpe Suzette. Crossage, massage, frère Jacques, salon, par avion, Petit Leclerc. Fiancés ensemble, lorgnette, lingerie, des toilettes, gauloise, cigarette, entourage, ma crêpe Suzette. Citron, Mirage, Carvel, Eau de Brut and Chanel. Chaise longue, sachette Estelle, fuselage, ma crêpe Suzette. Pince-nez, bidet, commissionnaire, mon repos, Brigitte Bardot, je songe frontière. Et ça n'a qu'un nez. Yeah, the song, not the French. Faut pas compris, espionnage, gruyère, camembert, fromage, mayonnaise, honnête garage, RSVP, ma crêpe
I still get asked about carry-ons all the time, more so than EastEnders. And it's always, oh, that Kenny. Oh, wasn't he funny? Was he really that funny? And I'd say, yeah.
The last time I saw him was outside Thames Studios at Euston. And it was a bitterly cold day, and suddenly there he was. And he didn't look great, actually. He didn't look all that well. But bless him, he suddenly said, "You look terrible."
What would Kenny do if he came back today, shall we say? I would say that Kenny would do exactly the same that he has always done. He picked his work. He turned an awful lot of good work down because he knew it was wrong for him. But he loved the naughtiness of the carry-ons without the vulgarity. And I think it would be, the next carry-on picture would be Kenneth Williams exactly the same as he was before, having a lot of fun and making us laugh.
We've been through a time where a lot of comedians have died. Peter Sellers has gone. Peter Cook has gone. Marty Feldman, Frankie Howard, Benny Hill. They've all died, and of all of them, I think we shall miss Kenneth Williams the most. He was versatile. He was not a snob. He would do anything that he was asked politely to do. He had a tremendous career, but he gave to the public everything he had, and I think we should be eternally grateful that such a man existed.
Once long ago in the shade of a goolie bush, toasting his blood by the faggot's gleam, rested a gander man and knockling eyes woggling iron, and stuffing a sheep in the old mill stream. And up come the troopers and hung him by the billabong. They twisted his woggle irons 1, 2, and 3. Now his ghost sits and moans as he grunges in his gander can. Who'll come a woggling his jumbuck with me?
Thank you very much. Charming, isn't it? Thank you. Thank you very much, my dearios, for that charming reception. I must say I enjoyed playing to you very much indeed. And now I must go and wordle my groats down in Sidcup for the Shunter Social, and we are taffers. Thank you very much indeed, and good night to you.